Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will immerse ourselves in The First Men in the Moon by H.G. Wells. The First Men in the Moon by H.G. Wells, published in 1901, explores the journey of two men, Mr. Bedford and Mr. Cavor, as they venture to the moon in an experimental spacecraft made possible by a novel substance, Cavorite. This groundbreaking element defies gravity, allowing them to leave Earth's bounds. Their journey, however, leads them to encounters with an advanced lunar society, raising existential questions about humanity, curiosity, and the ethics of exploration. Plot summary. In the quiet village of Lympne, a man named Mr. Bedford finds himself grappling with the sting of failed business ventures. His escape to this peaceful setting is intended as a retreat to write a play and regain control of his finances. It is here, among the marshes, that he encounters an eccentric stranger, Mr. Cavor, whose unusual mannerisms and erratic routines spark Bedford's curiosity. Cavor is a scientist deeply immersed in the study of a mysterious new element, one he claims could negate the effects of gravity itself. Fascinated and sensing potential riches, Bedford agrees to partner with Cavor, and soon they are in the midst of constructing a machine capable of interplanetary travel, a metal sphere lined with Cavorite, a unique material that can shield objects from the pull of gravity. When the day of departure arrives, they are both filled with trepidation and excitement. The two men climb inside the metallic sphere, securing themselves in what feels like a coffin with windows. They pull a lever to activate the Cavorite, and the Earth's pull suddenly ceases to exist, sending the vessel soaring into space. The journey is strange and unsettling. They float weightless inside the sphere, the view outside a dark canvas dotted with stars, until the moon looms larger and larger, filling their view. As they approach the moon's surface, they struggle to control their landing. With a final, wild descent, they crash into the lunar surface. Climbing out, they are astounded by the lunar landscape, steep, jagged rocks under a harsh, blazing sun and long shadows stretching over a barren terrain. They realize that the moon's surface, without any atmosphere, creates a haunting beauty, a place of stark silence broken only by their own footsteps. Desperately in need of shelter from the intense sun, they retreat into a nearby cave, where they make an astonishing discovery. In the depths of the moon's caverns, they encounter the Selenites, the moon's native inhabitants. These creatures, insect-like with soft bodies and luminescent eyes, live in vast subterranean cities, their technology and organization as alien to the Earthmen as the creatures themselves. Cavor is enraptured by the discovery of intelligent life, eager to communicate and learn from them. Bedford, however, sees the Selenites with wariness and mistrust. He thinks of them as strange and unearthly, hardly to be trusted, but Cavor insists on a cautious, respectful approach, emphasizing their scientific mission. Despite his reluctance, Bedford joins Cavor in cautiously observing the Selenites' structured society. The Selenites do not immediately welcome them. Instead, they seem to regard Bedford and Cavor as oddities. Eventually, however, they are taken deeper into the moon's core, where vast metal structures, dimly glowing plants, and bustling Selenites form a peculiar, organized world. The Selenites communicate through a series of high-pitched sounds and gestures, and Cavor quickly deduces the patterns, eagerly piecing together their language and customs. He begins to view the Selenites as superior in some ways to humans, marveling at their lack of individuality, their harmonious existence, and the efficiency with which they conduct their affairs. As Cavor dives into learning about the Selenites, Bedford grows increasingly uneasy. He finds it difficult to reconcile himself with this alien society, finding their hive-like mentality unsettling. Bedford's suspicions are not unfounded. Soon, the Selenites' curiosity about the Earthmen turns to alarm when they realize the extent of the Cavorites' powers. They see Bedford and Cavor as potential threats to the moon's order, and a group of Selenite guards imprisons them deep within the moon's caverns. In the cold confinement, Bedford's instincts for survival sharpen. He is determined to escape, to return to Earth, even if it means leaving Cavor behind. Bedford's mind races as he plans his escape, knowing that time is running out before the Selenites decide his fate. His cunning and brute force serve him well. He manages to overpower a Selenite guard, breaking free from his cell and fighting his way through the labyrinthine tunnels. Cavor, on the other hand, hesitates, still entranced by the Selenites' knowledge and culture. He tries to reason with Bedford, pleading with him to stay and make peace, but Bedford's resolve is unshakable. After a desperate search, Bedford finds their sphere hidden within the Selenites' stores. He hurriedly activates the Cavorite mechanism, creating an uncontrollable surge of anti-gravitational force that sends the sphere rocketing up, blasting him toward the moon's surface and leaving Cavor behind. Bedford is launched back through the lunar atmosphere, his body battered by the strain of re-entering the void of space. Miraculously, he re-establishes control and pilots the sphere back toward Earth. Bedford lands back on Earth alone, haunted by the memories of his journey and the strange world he left behind. Stranded in the English countryside, he learns that he has brought back with him a fragment of Cavorite, a piece that could enable future travels to the moon, or, potentially, lead to another disaster. However, Bedford soon loses track of it. The mysterious Cavorite piece vanishes, as if the Earth itself has swallowed it whole. Not long after his return, Bedford receives a final message from Cavor. In his transmission, Cavor speaks of the wonders he has seen and the Selenites' knowledge, but his message grows fragmented and faint, riddled with errors and interruptions. As the message fades, Bedford realizes that Cavor has chosen to remain on the moon, embracing the life of an explorer and leaving behind the comforts and chaos of Earth. The transmission cuts off, leaving Bedford alone with the knowledge that Cavor will never return. Left with only his memories and a sense of lost opportunity, Bedford contemplates the cost of his journey. The promise of wealth and the thrill of discovery are overshadowed by a feeling of profound isolation. Though he has returned to Earth, he remains a changed man, forever marked by his encounter with an alien world and the friend he left behind. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this, check out other books by H.G. Wells. You'll find them in the description or just search for them on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in H.G. Wells's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.